Hello dear friend, welcome to Warm Echo Stories, where we embark together on gentle, warm, and healing stories. Tonight, I'd like to tell you a special story, a story about loneliness, about hope, and about how a little dog can bring light back into a person's life. Take a deep breath, and relax your body. If possible, let your mind drift gently with each word. Let's begin the story. Once upon a time, in an ancient town covered in red brick and winding cobblestone streets, lived a kind old man named Mr. Ethan. He was once a skilled watchmaker, a man with nimble hands and a loving heart, but time, as it always does, silently swept away his loved ones from his life. The house where he lived became too big. The walls, once filled with laughter, were now silent, and every day, he would sit by the window, watching life flow by like a stream. He didn't hate life, it's just, he had grown accustomed to loneliness, until one winter afternoon, as the wind rustled through the bare trees, Ethan was walking slowly home from the grocery store. Suddenly, he heard a tiny tinkling sound. The sound was like metal hitting stone. When he looked down, he saw a small, golden-haired dog, slightly damp with dew, but with bright, sparkling eyes. Around its neck hung a small brass collar, beneath which hung a tiny lantern, no bigger than a fingernail, emitting a warm, gentle light. The dog sat still, its eyes fixed on him, as if it had been searching for him for a very long time. Ethan whispered, "Hello, little one." The dog responded by taking a step forward and resting its head in his hand, a simple gesture that awakened a long dormant part of his heart. It followed him all the way to the front door, refusing to leave, and he decided to keep it. He didn't intend to keep it, it's just, it was too cold that night, and the dog's eyes, gentle yet fragile, made him reluctant to leave it outside. He opened the door and whispered, "Come on. Come in." And with that one step, the dog entered his life. He named it Lantern, Little Lantern, because the tiny light around its neck seemed to illuminate his heart as well. From that day on, his life changed. Lantern trotted after him everywhere, on his trips to buy pastries, on his walks through the town square, and on his evenings watching the sunset. Everyone in town loved Lantern. They laughed, they greeted him, they stopped to chat. And for the first time in years, he spoke back, he laughed again, he opened up again, he began to remember what it felt like to truly be alive. One morning, as the sunlight streamed through the window and Lantern was curled up asleep at the foot of the table, Ethan reopened his watch repair toolbox. He hadn't dared touch it in a long time, but today, something compelled him. Lantern lifted its head, wagging its tail gently as if in encouragement. He began repairing his old clocks. The rhythmic ticking echoed through the room, a sound he thought he would never hear again. Then he took out his old paintings. The long-abandoned canvas seemed to beckon. Lantern lay beside him, silently observing. Just that gentle presence helped him rekindle his creative inspiration, like rekindling a flame that had been extinguished for years. That evening, Ethan sat by the fireplace, while Lantern curled up on his favorite rug. Outside, the wind still blew. But inside this house, everything felt warmer, lighter, more alive. He leaned down and whispered, "Thank you for finding me, Lantern." The little lantern around the dog's neck swayed gently, emitting a warm, golden light, like a reply. And so, until the end of their lives, people always saw those two figures, a kind old man and a little dog carrying a lantern, walking together through the old streets, silently illuminating each other's lives. Because sometimes, just one little friend is enough to light up an entire life.